what's up guys? Welcome to episode 44 of Retro Buyer's Guide. I'm Mike, and in this episode I wanted to go back over the FC30 Bluetooth controller and the retro receiver for the NES. A couple episodes back I did a quick review of both products, and a few of you pointed out in the comments that it would have been helpful to show the lag between a wired controller into the NES versus the Bluetooth controller to see if there was any lag or if it increased or decreased. And I admit that was a pretty huge oversight on my part. My intent was to show you that with whatever lag was present in the system, that the games were still very playable, and on a setup like mine, for instance. But I do admit it would have been helpful to show you that. So in episode 44, we're going to do exactly that. I also broke out my CRT, and we're going to do a comparison on that as well. And so let's just get right into it. Alright guys, the first thing is I've got my Sega Genesis plugged in here, and the reason for breaking out the Sega Genesis is I'm going to use my controller here to scroll down to the 240p test suite. And this is how I'm going to determine the amount of lag that is present in the setup that I have currently. And we'll scroll down here to manual lag test. So that says about 20 milliseconds of lag there. So that's about what I'm dealing with on this particular setup. So let's go ahead and move to the NES. Alright guys, so we're back to the NES now, and I have here a Famicom style controller with a cord. And so let's go ahead and test out the lag here on Mega Man 3. We're going to go to Snake Man stage. And here we go, let's go ahead and test out that lag. Alright guys, we've got the FC30 here. We're going to go ahead and pick Snake Man stage, and we're going to do the same thing. And, oops, wrong one. Alright guys, I've got my CRT monitor here. This is a Commodore 1702 video monitor, and I've got my NES plugged into it. Let's go ahead and test the lag on this. My NES plugged directly into it with the retro receiver for the NES hooked up. So let's go ahead and do that. So this might be a little hard to see, but I'll try and keep the controller in view. Here we go. Alright, let's go ahead and finally test out the wired controller with the CRT. Now there should be no lag on this whatsoever. Alright, here we go. Alright, there you have it. Alright guys, that's going to do it for episode 44 of Retro Buyer's Guide. As you guys can see, there is no additional lag with the retro receiver for the NES, which is good news for anybody who's interested in this product. As always, thank you so much for watching. Please continue liking and subscribing. I really appreciate the support. And until the next video, happy collecting.